Hi everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my first video of 2021. I'm actually filming it in December, like it's still 2020. Oh my gosh, no. This is my first video of 2022. I'm losing it. This is my first video of 2022. Right now, currently the year I'm in is 2021, but when you'll be seeing this is 2022, which is just so crazy. I'm just still not processed the fact that it's not 2020. I feel like my brain is just stuck in that year, but either way, today we're doing a goals recap. I did a video like this last year where I went over my 2020 goals and then what I wanted to accomplish in 2021. So I thought it'd just be fun to revisit that time and talk through what my goals are this year and maybe give you guys a few tips on planning your own goals. So let's start off by revisiting the original video I made. I basically have decided I'm going to start using an Erin Condren planner every year. So this was 2021's. And this one I just got for Christmas will be 2022's. It is Star Wars and it says my name on it, which is kind of cute. My dad got it for me. So he picked Star Wars. I kind of want to talk about like what goals are to me. I think that, or resolutions, like I think people have a really bad stigma around setting goals or having resolutions or like, I don't know. Not for this video. I'm definitely someone who loves to set goals, have an intention, have a new year to start fresh. And so that's what this video is going to be. So if you don't like that kind of stuff, just like click off now. But let's revisit these 2021 goals. I hadn't looked at these until I started to think that I was going to do this video. And I decided to go back and watch my 2021 goal setting video and also like look in this notebook to see what goals I had set. Because honestly, I think of goals more as a time capsule. Like I set them, I think about what I really want, and then I just live through my year. I know some people put them like in a note on their phone or like the front of their phone, like their screensaver or whatever. I just write them and have them in my mind if they stick, and if they don't, and I don't accomplish them, they weren't that important to me to begin with. So that's kind of like my thought on goals. But what were my goals? So in 2021, I said I would do more on weeknights, and I don't think I didn't do this, but I definitely didn't do it as well as I would want to. I spent a lot of time on the couch watching TV. We're still in that weird point of COVID, especially right now. There is a variant that is just running rampant, and so it's really hard to not feel guilty. And maybe that's probably an excuse, but I think I did more-ish than I definitely did more than I did in 2020 on the weeknights, but we'll get into it, but that's gonna be another goal for this year, is just do more on weeknights. Next one, start seeing a therapist. Check! I did that. I did start seeing a therapist. I started seeing a therapist, I think over the summer, and I'm still seeing her, and we'll probably continue into 2021. Post on YouTube consistently. Did not do this. I definitely posted on YouTube in 2021, but I wouldn't say consistently. Do something active once a week. Definitely started to do this more recently. In August, we started going to a gym, and me and Caitlin, my roommate, we go at least 2 or 3 times a week, at least 3, I think. We're usually at the gym, if not more. So I definitely did that eventually. It took a little bit, but I did it. Complete Whole30 at least once. I did do this in 2021. If you want to see about that journey, I have, I think, 3 or 4 videos about Whole30 last year. I definitely wrote this goal knowing that I would check it off. It's like when you write, like, brush your teeth on your to-do list and you know you've already brushed your teeth just so you can, like, check it off. That was me with this goal, but I did do it. And I will be doing Whole30 again, so stay tuned for those videos. Listen to more audiobooks. I didn't do this. I did it a little bit. I listened to some audiobooks, but I actually started reading more, and that's going to be another goal for me in the coming year, is just reading more. So I think I semi-accomplished this. I wanted to be more informed and like listen to more than, or have more than just podcasts. So now I'm able to read, listen to audiobooks, do all the things. So I would say like kind of accomplished that. Next one is get another tattoo. I did this. It's right there. You can't see it. It's like really tiny. But I did get another tattoo. Spend more time with friends / make plans with friends. I think this is like a never ending goal. I feel like I will forever never feel like I'm spending enough time with my friends. But I think I spent a lot more time prioritizing it this year and like going out of my way to, have I seen my friends? When was the next time I'm going to see my friends? Like I literally had a list going in my phone. Here's Riley, one of my best friends. I had a list in my phone of all of the names of all my like closest friends and dates of when I had seen them. Again, with COVID, it's a little weird. But yeah, I think you'll see that'll be another goal for 2022, but I think I semi-accomplished this. I definitely did better than I did in 2020. And the final one was start a podcast, and I definitely did not do that. Maybe this year, I don't know. I feel like the podcast wave has kind of flown the coop, if you will. But I don't know. Never say never, but it's not something I'm planning on in the future. So it's my 2021 goals and kind of how they went. But let's get into 2022 goals. I have a few more goals this year. I would also say I am not someone who sets like SMART goals. I think SMART, I looked up what SMART meant, but they're like measurable, attainable, oh geez, like anyway, I'll put it up on the screen, but I wouldn't say these are all SMART goals, but I would say like when setting goals, be realistic with yourself. Like I always use the example of like, don't say you're going to read a book a month if you didn't read a book at all the year before. It's just not reasonable, right? Set goals that are attainable to yourself, and also set goals that when you look back, you can say, yeah, I did that. So for me, like saying, get a tattoo. I did that. I either did or I didn't. I think I mentioned this in my last video, but like when you use the word more, I think it's also helpful because it is a little deceptive. Like, did I do it more? I don't know. It's not really measurable, but if I want to read more and I read more than I did last year, then I accomplished it. So maybe that's bad advice, but that's usually how I set goals. So let's talk about that. In 2022, I want to continue moving my body consistently. This one, I didn't want to put like an unhealthy like expectation on myself. Like I'm going to work out 3 times a week, every week through 2022. I just want to keep moving. I think moving my body is really important for me and just like my mental health in general. I think for a lot of us, like not necessarily working out, but moving your body is something that improves our mental health. So I want to continue moving my body. Read books that bring me joy or entertainment. It's something I realized that I just wasn't doing. I was reading or listening to audiobooks to get more informed and therefore was like essentially working when I should have been enjoying myself. So I'm obsessed with Colleen Hoover, as most of us are if we're on TikTok. And I want to just keep reading books for enjoyment and bring me joy and don't make me think about work or being productive or anything like that. So I want to keep reading. This one's very broad. Find a new hobby. Maybe not like new. Maybe I'll take up guitar again, but I just want to find something else that I can do to fill my time that I find enjoyable. I've tried painting and reading, and maybe I need to go back to guitar. I don't know. I just want to find something new that I enjoy doing, and maybe I can do with other people or I can do by myself. Whatever it is, I just want to find something different to mix up my life a little bit. Next one is a very monetary goal, but I would like to save $10,000. I turned 25 this year and I feel like I'm an adult now, and I should be someone who saves. And I hear all these great things about when you save, you're paying yourself and blah, blah, blah. So I want to set a goal of actually saving. I have just in the past just been like, oh, like $200 here, a couple hundred here, like $50 here. So I'd like to actually like set a goal that I can hit throughout the year. So for me, that's because of savings I already have. If I want to have $10,000 in my savings account by this time next year, I need to save $300 a paycheck, which is a lot. So lifestyle changes, all that good stuff. But yes, that is my goal, $10K in my savings account by this time next year. Next one is visit California and meet my coworkers. I think this is another one of those that's going to be really attainable. I'm hoping to take a trip in January or February to go to California and meet my coworkers, but my whole company is in California and I haven't in person met any of the people that I talk to on the daily basis. So yeah, I'd love to go to California and meet them. Next one, eat meals away from my computer. I was going to make this goal stop eating at my computer, but I want to make it positive. So eat more meals away from my computer. I got a smaller desk this year, so it's a lot harder to eat at my computer, so that's probably good. Next thing is start writing reflective blog posts or journals. I don't take enough time to reflect, and whenever I do it in the new year, I'm like, why don't I do this more? Why don't I sit down, think about my life, think about how things are going, what I'm doing? So I want to be like more reflective, but then also just write more. I used to love to write. I think I talked about that in my like goals last year, but I used to love writing and I still do love writing. I just need to like carve out time and do it. So maybe that'll be my new hobby. Maybe I'll write more. Maybe I'll write a book. Who freaking knows? But I just want to write like more reflectively. Next one is hit 3,200 subscribers on YouTube. That number is pulled out of thin air. I literally based it on how many subscribers I'd gained throughout the last year. And basically just keeping with the same cadence, I should hit 3,200. If I hit more than that, amazing. I'm not going to set some goal like I'm going to hit 5,000, but I hope I stay with this cadence that I've already started to build, and then I can hit that 3,200 number. This is a great point to tell you to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I can't promise you consistency, but I can promise you entertainment and dog videos, wherever she is. Dog videos, lots of dogs. And I just got some new lenses for my camera. If you haven't noticed, we're a little bit blurry in the background. So I can promise you all that. So you should definitely subscribe. Next one is continue therapy. And I put in brackets until September because that's when I get kicked off my parents' insurance. My parents' insurance makes it very affordable for me to go to therapy right now. And I don't know if it's something I'm going to be able to afford without that. So I'm going to continue therapy so long as I have my parents' insurance. Next one and last one is one that I decided I was going to set this morning, which is I want to successfully complete the Turkish Get Up. And I'll see if I can find a video of someone doing the Turkish Get Up so I can insert it here. But I don't know. I was going to set a goal of like, I want to bench this much at the gym, or I want to do this many squats at this weight, or like whatever. But I think the Turkish Get Up is a good goal for me. And I put with a yoga block or with a pink bell. And the pink bells are like the kettlebells at our gym that are like the lightest. Like they're the, they're just the lightest. I think they're like 18 pounds or something. So I can either do it with the pink bell or with like a yoga block like balanced on my hand. And when I show you a video of like what the Turkish Get Up is, that will make a little bit more sense. But I would love to be able to do the Turkish Get Up. I think that'd be really fun. And I feel like that's more of an attainable fitness goal than like a certain weight or a certain squat or like whatever. I also don't want to hurt myself. So I feel like this one will enable me to not hurt myself, but still feel successful. So those are all the goals. Yeah, I'm excited for 2022. I feel like this year I just became a lot happier, or not even happier, just like more content. I'm in a job, in a position that I'm just really enjoying, and it's definitely like the career move. Like I made this career move and it was the right moment, right time, right job, right people to work for. So I'm just really happy there. I feel like we're really settled in this house now. And I have like a workout plan, I have my dog, and I have just like such a solid group of people around me. And I just don't think I reflect on that enough. As I mentioned, I need to reflect more. But I'm just really content and really at peace with where I'm at, which is a really nice change from the last few years. I think a lot of disruption and routine causes us to be thankful for it. Maybe in 2022 I'll have a little bit less of a routine. I think that would be good for me too. But yeah, I'm just feeling very content I was watching back my video from last year and it was so evident that I was just so lost. I had no idea what I was doing. I wasn't happy. Like I look back and I just had no personality. And I think I found my personality this year, which was uplifting. So if you're feeling stuck or you're feeling like you're lacking your personality, give it some time, put effort in to different areas than you think you need to, and it'll get better. It just really will. Go to therapy. That is what we're going to learn from this video. Go to freaking therapy. It really helps. It's crazy what talking to a person in a room for an hour every week will do for you, but go to therapy, deep breathing, be reflective, appreciate the things you have. Yeah, I don't know why this turned into a motivational speech, but all the things. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did, and if you made it to the end, definitely subscribe and like this video so I know. Yeah, get ready for 2022. Well, we're in 2022 when you're watching this, but I hope your new year kicked off great. I hope that we all stay healthy and happy this year, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Making it brighter right through the gray.